The moon, Earth's closest celestial companion, has long been shrouded in mystery, yet beneath its serene facade lies a series of unsettling discoveries that challenge our understanding of its origins and suggest the possibility of intelligent intervention. The story begins with humanity's first steps on the lunar surface on July 20th, 1969, as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history during the Apollo 11 mission. An anomaly occurred that would fuel decades of speculation: a 34-second IDO silence during the live broadcast, officially dismissed by NASA as a technical glitch. This gap in communication took on a far more sinister tone when Carl Wolf, a former NASA communications technician, came forward decades later. Wolf claimed that Armstrong had transmitted a cryptic message during those silent seconds. "They're watching us from the edge of the crater." This revelation, coupled with reports from other Apollo astronauts of unexplained lights and shadows, ignited theories that the moon was not the barren rock it appeared to be, but a site of clandestine observation. These suspicions deepened in 1994 with the Clementine mission, a joint NASA Department of Defense endeavor ostensibly designed to map lunar ice deposits. However, classified documents later leaked by Dr. John Brandenburg, a plasma physicist and deputy manager of the mission, revealed a far more provocative agenda: to investigate artificial structures hidden in the moon's permanently shadowed regions. High-resolution images from Clementine's cameras captured startling anomalies. Among them were vast tunnel systems stretching for miles beneath the lunar surface, their walls unnaturally smooth and geometrically precise, as if carved by advanced machinery rather than natural geological processes. Nearby, a massive spherical object, reflecting eerie aquamarine glow, hovered just above the regolith, defying conventional explanations. Most chillingly, portions of the lunar map were deliberately obscured, labeled top secret and accessible only to high-level military personnel. Brandenburg, analyzing the data, concluded that these structures were not random formations but evidence of a sophisticated extraterrestrial base, strategically concealed in the moon's darkest recesses. The implications of these findings are profound. The tunnels, with their laser-like precision, suggest technology far beyond human capability. Even today, the spherical object, meanwhile, bears an uncanny resemblance to UFOs described in historical accounts, such as Japan's 1803 Utsorobune incident. But perhaps most damning is the presence of refined metallic alloys detected in the lunar soil materials like titanium and chromium, which require industrial-scale processing to create. These elements are not native to the moon's composition, raising the question: who placed them there, and for what purpose? Brandenburg posits that the moon's surface was deliberately fortified with an armor of artificial materials, designed to shield whatever or whoever lies beneath from cosmic radiation and meteor impacts. This theory aligns with long-standing claims that the moon itself is hollow, a hypothesis supported by seismic data from the Apollo missions, when astronauts intentionally crashed lunar modules into the surface. The resulting vibrations reverberated for hours, akin to a bell's resonance, a phenomenon consistent with a hollow, engineered structure rather than a solid celestial body. Yet, the most compelling evidence lies in the human element of this mystery. Former astronauts and NASA insiders have risked their careers to share forbidden knowledge. Edgar Mitchell, the sixth man to walk on the moon, openly speculated about extraterrestrial contact, stating that governments had covered up encounters for decades. Similarly, Gorn Cooper, a Mercury program astronaut, reported witnessing a fleet of UFOs during a 1951 flight over Germany, a claim corroborated by radar operators. These testimonies, combined with the physical evidence from Clementine, paint a picture of a moon that is not a passive observer in our night sky, but an active, intelligently designed outpost. The question remains, why would an advanced civilization choose the moon as a base? Some theorists suggest it serves as a monitoring station, allowing extraterrestrials to study Earth discreetly. Others propose it functions as a waypoint for interstellar travel, its lack of atmosphere and low gravity making it an ideal staging area. Brandenburg takes this further, arguing that the moon's unnatural orbit, perfectly aligned to create solar eclipses, is no cosmic accident, but a deliberate engineering feat. If true, this would mean humanity has lived under the unblinking gaze of another intelligence since the dawn of civilization. As we piece together these fragments of evidence, the radio silences, the clandestine missions, the whispers of astronauts, a chilling narrative emerges. The moon, far from being a dead world, may harbor secrets that redefine our place in the cosmos. But with each revelation comes more questions. Who built these structures? What are they protecting, and why has this truth been buried for so long? The answers, it seems, lie not in the stars above, but in the shadows of the moon itself. Recent discoveries and declassified documents have reignited debates about humanity's understanding of the moon, suggesting the possibility of ancient, advanced activity on Earth's celestial companion. Among the most compelling pieces of evidence is imagery captured by NASA's Lunar reconnaissance orbiter LRO in 2009. Which revealed a perplexing geological anomaly, a near-perfect circular structure, approximately 100 meters in diameter, partially concealed beneath layers of lunar regolith. This feature, located in a region devoid of volcanic or impact-related explanations, has been hypothesized by some researchers as a potential entrance to a subterranean complex. Its precise geometry and unnatural placement have fueled speculation that it could be artificial, possibly part of an ancient underground network or facility. While mainstream science attributes such formations to natural processes, the structure's anomalous characteristics continue to challenge conventional explanations. Further intrigue stems from analyses of lunar rock samples collected during the Apollo missions. In a groundbreaking revelation, scientists detected trace amounts of uranium-236 and neptunium-237 isotopes that do not form naturally under lunar conditions. These elements are typically byproducts of nuclear fission reactions associated with human-made nuclear reactors or weapons. Even more astonishing is the estimated age of these materials, approximately 4.5 billion years. Aligning with the moon's formation, this paradox raises profound questions. Renowned theoretical physicist Michio Kaku has emphasized the implications, stating, "These isotopes are not native to the moon. Someone or something placed them there." If verified, this discovery would suggest the presence of an advanced technological civilization capable of nuclear engineering billions of years before humanity, a notion that upends conventional Timmel. Innes of cosmic history, declassified Soviet documents from 1991 add another layer to the mystery. According to records from the Lunar 15 mission, which famously raced NASA's Apollo 11 to the moon in 1969, Soviet instruments detected a recurring 72-hour energy pulse emanating from the Lunar South Pole. This rhythmic signal, likened to a heartbeat by analysts, defied natural explanations such as solar radiation or geological activity. The pulses exhibited a regularity inconsistent with known lunar phenomena, prompting theories about an artificial source, possibly a power generator or a dormant technological system buried beneath the surface. Though Cold War secrecy initially buried these findings, their eventual release has spurred modern researchers to revisit the data, with some proposing that the energy signature could hint at still active machinery of unknown origin. Human testimonies further complicate the narrative. In 1977, Brian O'Connor, a backup astronaut for the Apollo missions, claimed to have observed unexplained shadow figures moving across the lunar surface through a H-resolution telescope at a NASA facility. O'Connor, a respected figure with no history of sensationalism, described the entities as elongated, humanoid silhouettes that appeared to interact with the terrain. Shortly after reporting his sighting to superiors, he was abruptly dismissed from the program under opaque circumstances. O'Connor's account, though dismissed by NASA as a misinterpretation of optical effects, aligns with broader whispers within the aerospace community about anomalous lunar phenomena. His termination, perceived as retaliation, has been cited by conspiracy theorists as evidence of institutional efforts to suppress encounters that defy official narratives. Together, these fragments of evidence a geometric anomaly, anomalous isotopes, rhythmic energy signals, and eyewitness accounts paint a provocative picture. While skepticism remains the default stance of the scientific community, the convergence of data across decades and sources invites serious scrutiny. Could the moon harbor relics of an ancient civilization, as some theorists propose? Or do these findings point to natural processes yet to be understood? Either way, the implications are staggering. If artificial structures or technologies exist on the moon, they would not only redefine humanity's place in the cosmos, but also force a reckoning with the possibility that Earth's history is interwoven with forces far older and more advanced than previously imagined. As debates persist, one truth emerges: the moon, long seen as a barren satellite, may hold secrets demanding a bold re-examination of science, history, and the boundaries of human curiosity. Until further exploration unravels these enigmas, the lunar mystery remains an open question, one that challenges both our ingenuity and our humility. A series of leaked documents, scientific findings, and high-profile warnings have coalesced into a disturbing narrative about the moon's enigmatic role in cosmic history, one that challenges humanity's perceived solitude in the universe. At the heart of this revelation is a 2020 CIA report, disclosed by unnamed insiders, in which former Director John Brennan allegedly acknowledged the existence of unidentified activities on the lunar surface. Though Brennan's statement was ambiguously worded, its implications reverberated through intelligence and scientific circles, reigniting speculation that the moon may host phenomena beyond conventional understanding. This admission, coupled with startling geological and archaeological discoveries, has led prominent figures like physicist Michio Kaku to issue stark warnings. Humanity's return to the moon could prove consequences far graver than anticipated. Central to the mystery are findings from NASA's InSight mission, initially designed to study Mars' seismic activity. In 2023, analysts reviewing retroactive lunar data uncovered a startling anomaly beneath the moon's surface. A vast, interconnected cave system stretching over 20 kilometers deep. With internal temperatures stabilized at 20 to see a range ideal for sustaining liquid water and, by extension, biological life. And like the unstable, radiation-lusted lunar exterior, this subterranean network offers a shielded, climate-controlled environment that some astrobiologists argue could harbor microbial organisms or and complex lifeforms adapted to extreme conditions. More unsettling, however, are the mission's images of an inverted triangle symbol etched into a cavern wall, bearing an uncanny resemblance to markings allegedly recovered from the 1947 Roswell UFO incident. This cryptic parallel has fueled theories that the moon's depths may hold artifacts linking it to extraterrestrial visitors, a notion once relegated to fringe discourse, but now gaining traction in academic debates. The discovery of these symbols intersects with broader concerns raised by Michio Kaku, who has long advocated for rigorous investigation of lunar anomalies. In a 2023 address, Kaku posited that the moon could function as a monitoring station for an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, observing Earth much as humans study animals in a zoo. He cited the cave system's habitability, the unnatural isotopes found in lunar rocks, and the rhythmic energy pulses detected by Soviet probes as potential evidence of a long-term observational presence. If the moon were a natural satellite, Kaku argued, its geological and thermal profile would not align so conveniently with the needs of a surveilling species. The coincidences are too precise. His hypothesis, while controversial, finds indirect support in the *insight* data and decades of astronaut testimonies describing unexplained phenomena, from shadowy figures to anomalous lights. However, the most alarming claims involve alleged clandestine agreements between world governments and non-human entities. According to documents circulated among UFO research groups, NASA's post-Apollo withdrawal from lunar exploration was not merely budgetary, but diplomatic at tacit adherence to a cosmic treaty forbidding humans from re-entering the moon's sensitive zones. Leaked memos reference a non-interference pact negotiated during the Cold War, wherein global powers agreed to limit lunar activity to avoid provoking its alleged occupants. Violating this arrangement, theorists warn, could transform Earth into a target for retaliation akin to disturbing a hornet's nest. These claims, though unverified, align with Brian O'Connor's 1977 account of NASA's punitive response to his sightings, as well as Brennan's cryptic 2022 remarks about risks beyond our current comprehension. The prospect of a hidden lunar presence raises existential questions. If the moon is an alien outpost, what is its purpose? Kaku and others suggest Earth may be part of a cosmic zoo, a controlled environment where humanity goes under observation, shielded from broader galactic interactions until reaching a technological threshold. This zoo hypothesis explains the Fermi paradox, where are all the aliens, by proposing that advanced civilizations intentionally avoid contact. The moon's role in this scenario would be to monitor and contain, ensuring humanity's development remains isolated. Yet, the *insight* discoveries complicate this theory. The subsurface cave's habitability and the Roswell-like symbols hint at a more hands-on presence, potentially indicating past or ongoing interactions with Earth's ecology and history. The implications of returning to the moon are fraught with peril. Proponents of the cosmic treaty theory argue that renewed lunar missions such as NASA's Artemis program or China's Chang'e expeditions risk breaching the alleged pact, inviting hostility from a technologically superior species. Conspiracy forums abound with grim predictions, orbital strikes, electromagnetic sabotage, or even the release of bioengineered pathogens to neutralize humanity's threat. While such scenarios veer into science fiction, they underscore a legitimate scientific concern, disturbing the moon's equilibrium, whether by mining its resources or colonizing its caves, could irrevocably alter humanity's cosmic standing and not for the better. As governments and private entities accelerate lunar exploration, the need for transparency becomes urgent. Are we alone? Or are we guests or prisoners in a universe teeming with unseen watchers, the moon? Once a symbol of human achievement, now looms as a cipher for our ignorance and vulnerability. Until rigorous, open investigation replaces secrecy and speculation, its shadows will continue to haunt humanity's aspiration, reminding us that the cosmos may be far stranger and far more dangerous than we dare admit. Asterisk. The labyrinth of lunar mysteries leaves behind a trail of unresolved questions, each more provocative than the last. Why has NASA and other space agencies consistently obscured or downplayed anomalous findings? From geometric structures to unnatural isotopes, what explains the abrupt dismissal of personnel like Brian O'Connor, or the CIA's-veiled admission of unidentified activities on the moon? Skeptics argue that secrecy stems from bureaucratic caution or the protection of geopolitical interests. But conspiracy theorists propose a far darker rationale. Agencies may be complicit in a cosmic scowl, a cover-up, hiding evidence that the moon is not merely a celestial body, but a node of extraterrestrial intelligence. This tension between institutional opacity and public curiosity fuels suspicions that humanity is being deliberately kept in. The darker notion, amplified by the staggering claim that 250 million extraterrestrial beings could inhabit the moon's subsurface caverns. Though this figure, circulating in fringe forums, lacks empirical verification, its persistence underscores a growing public appetite for answers. Are we confronting a disinformation campaign designed to destabilize, or fragments of a truth too destabilizing to acknowledge? At the heart of this uncertainty lies the moon's paradoxical nature. It is both the most studied and least understood object in our skies. Decades of missions have mapped its surface, yet its origins, such as the Theia impact hypothesis, remain contested. The discovery of 4.5 billion-year-old nuclear isotopes and a 20-kilometer deep habitable cave system defy conventional timelines, suggesting the moon may have been engineered or repurposed long before humans evolved. Could it be a relic of a forgotten interstellar civilization, a library of ancient knowledge, or a living observatory, as Michio Kaku warns? The absence of definitive answers has birthed a cultural schism. Mainstream science demands peer-reviewed proof, while alternative researchers accuse institutions of gatekeeping truths that could revolutionize or shatter humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. This open-ended narrative is further complicated by whispers of classified dossiers, rumored to detail not only lunar anomalies, but existential risks tied to their exposure. Leaked documents and insider accounts allude to a paradigm-shifting revelation that pursuing the moon's secrets could trigger a catastrophic reevaluation of reality itself. Imagine uncovering proof that Earth's history, biology, or even Consciousness has been shaped by off-world disclosure likened to learning the universe is a simulation in its psychological impact. Such a revelation, theorists argue, might explain the suppression of lunar data. Governments fear societal collapse if humanity confronts its insignificance or vulnerability within a galactic hierarchy. Others counter that secrecy serves a pragmatic purpose, shielding the public from threats we are unequipped to comprehend, such as dormant lunar technologies or territorial disputes with non-human entities. Amid this ambiguity, one truth emerges: the public's role in demanding transparency has never been more critical. Passive acceptance of institutional narratives is giving way to a global grassroots movement, fueled by digital connectivity and democratized access to data. Citizen scientists pore over lunar imagery. Independent researchers analyze declassified files, and whistleblowers risk careers to share forbidden knowledge. This collective effort has already unearthed inconsistencies in official accounts. From airbrushed Apollo mission photos to anomalies in seismic data. Yet the path forward remains fraught. Without sustained pressure, lunar exploration may remain under the control of entities prioritizing secrecy over discovery, perpetuating a cycle of ignorance. Thus, the call to action is clear: engage, question, and demand answers. The invitation to comment, decode, and subscribe for updates is more than a viral tactic. It is a rallying cry for a collective inquiry. Every subscription, every shared theory, and every scrutinized pixel of lunar imagery chips away at the walls of silence. The stakes extend beyond curiosity. If the moon truly holds secrets capable of redefining science, spirituality, and society, then their pursuit is not merely academic, it is a battle for humanity's right to its own narrative. Will we remain passive observers in a cosmic drama, or active participants in unraveling the greatest mystery of our age? The choice, like the moon itself, hangs in the balance, silent, enigmatic, and waiting.